y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering why I am in my bedroom with my closet door open and it kind of looks a mess, that's because today we're going to be organizing my closet. It's kind of like going to be a organize with me, like organization inspiration type of video. So I'm going to show y'all how intense it is. We'll use that word intense, and just bring you guys along the journey of me organizing, trying to get my life together here. Like I said, I've been in this apartment for almost a year, and I think it's time for me to actually have a system in this closet, because it's just been anything goes basically since I moved in. I've been so busy with work and with other things that I haven't really had a chance to systemically organize my closet, so we're going to be doing that today. I'm going to show you guys what exactly is going on, and then we'll take it from the top. All right, you guys, this is maybe TMI, but this is what my closet is looking like now. You can see it's no real organization system here. It's like kind of anything goes here, and it's not the biggest space. It's really high ceilings, but as far as like the clothing area, it's just like, I hate these split kind of shelving here in the closet, because it makes it, I don't know, it just clutters it to me. And then I have this space back here. It's like, you really, like, what is this? So it's just like an annoying shape, really. And then it's like this little piece over here. It's just like a super annoying shape. And so granted, I haven't been the best about putting my laundry away after I wash and things like that, but that's all gonna get figured out today. I also have just like a lot of stuff that I know I need to get rid of, stuff that I'm hanging on to. I'm gonna basically declutter, like just no second thoughts. And I've been needing to do this for a while, but yeah, like even if I have an inkling that something is just like not working anymore, like if it doesn't fit right, if I haven't worn it in a while, if it's just not my thing anymore, you know, that kind of thing. Like you just know when something is like like just get rid of it. So that's, you know, that's going to be the thing. And then you'll see me making a separate pile that's going to be like a declutter, like Goodwill giveaway type thing, to see if somebody else can use it, or to drop it off with Goodwill, which I actually have 2 bags already that I'm needing to drop off to Goodwill. So I've been doing like mini declutters, but this is just going to be the big one. This is just going to be the big one. So I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. I actually want to tell y'all a story time while I clean my closet. And yeah, if you guys feel like you need to declutter, it's time to get rid of some things, then yeah, use this as inspiration. We can do it together. So let's go. Okay, so I'm just going to start with this pile right here and just get into it. Y'all go ahead and handle y'all stuff. I'm gonna handle mine. Let's go. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So like I said, I wanted to tell you guys a story time while we organize the closet and just get our lives together. So this is kind of like a chaotic story time, but it's actually, it's crazy. So you guys be the judge. So I'm going to start. So I have a friend, her name's Sophie. She's married to this guy named Trevor, and their relationship is kind of rocky, kind of just toxic. I hate that word, but it's just like a toxic relationship, rocky in a one-sided way. And I'm not just saying that because Sophie's my friend, but just eyewitness account. Like Trevor gaslights her. He is like a narcissist to her. He's extremely aggressive to her, unprovoked in the most outrageous ways. And yeah, that just is a little background to make it all come together and make sense. So this particular day, me and my mom, my sister, and my sister's husband, we were like, ooh, let's go to my favorite restaurant. It's called End of the Line Cafe. It's in Pensacola, Florida. Completely vegan, just delicious. Oh my God, the macaroni is so good. So we're like, oh y'all, let's go to End of the Line Cafe. This is a Saturday, and everybody's on board. So we're all getting ready. At this point, I was still living with my mom, and so we're getting ready. And me, my mom, Sophie, my sister, and my sister's husband, we're all in a FaceTime together, just because we are like genuinely good friends. But Sophie, she calls, like, do a FaceTime to us, and we pick up, and Sophie, she's not saying anything, but to us anyways, we can just hear her arguing in the background. And she would do this sometime when her and Trevor would argue. One, for safety reasons, because sometimes he would get so aggressive with her that we would need to call the police on her behalf without him noticing. So that's one reason. And two, he would come to us with a different swing on stories and try to put Sophie in like a bad light or make it seem like she was antagonizing him when really he would be the one antagonizing her. So she had started doing this because he would gaslight her so bad that, and come to us with it, and we would be like, no, I don't think it happened like that. But anyways, this particular day, she jumps on FaceTime and we just hear her arguing with Trevor. And she's like, no, Trevor, no. Nobody told you to just jump in my car without, tell me where you was going. Like, what's going on? Mind you, child, he ain't had no car. But she's like, ain't nobody tell you? And no, we'll just start with this. He ain't had no car. So she was like, nobody told you to jump in my car. I don't care if you want to go get plasma or do whatever you want to do. I think you should talk to me about that, because at the end of the day, we married, but this is still my car. So he was like, I ain't trying to hear all that. He's getting upset with her because she's upset that he sold her car, essentially. And she's like, okay, whatever. Can you please just give me my keys? And he's like, no, I'm not giving you your keys. No. And she's like, come on, Trevor, just give me my keys. Like, just stop. Like, I'm not trying to do this with you today. He's getting aggressive with her. He's shouting at her. He's talking to her crazy. And so at this point, she's arguing with him. He's not giving her the keys, and he leaves out the door, jumps back into her car, and leaves again. He left again. And so she, comes to the FaceTime, and she like, y'all, he just left in my car again. Like, did y'all hear that? He just left in my car again. And so we're like comforting her. We're like, girl, that's not right. Like, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. And she's just like frustrated, and she's like, I'm just gonna wait for him to get back, but this is like, he always does this. This is maddening. This don't make sense. And it's not like I don't want him to use the car, but one, it's like, I think you should communicate with that to me, because this is our only vehicle. And two, like, you don't even check with me to see if I have things that I need to do, like whatever. So, she's just making her point or whatever. And we're like, girl, you don't got to explain it to us. Like, that makes total sense. Like, he shouldn't be doing that. And we're like, as a matter of fact, no, you don't sit in the house and wait around on him. Come with us. We're going to Inline Cafe. This will be a good chance for you to get out the house, have some, just quiet time, enjoyment time, just and hang around people and not have any drama attached to it. So she was like, yes. So we all get ready. We go to Sophie's house. We scoop her. We go to Inline Cafe. We have some of that macaroni and cheese. Y'all, I promise you, this vegan is so good. We all get our little sandwiches. The food is delicious. The atmosphere is awesome. The conversation's good. The energy's great. And so we eat. We leave our little tip or whatever, and then we're like, ooh, Cordova Mall's right around the corner. So we go to Cordova. We do a little shopping, just like going aimlessly, looking into the shops or whatever, just genuinely having a good time, And so we leave Cordova and we go to this, they have this like candy bar, like kind of dessert shop that has like these custom, like different flavored, what do you call it? Different flavored cotton candies. So, everybody gets something. Me and Sophie, we get us some different, like, whatever flavored cotton candy. Like, I think they have like cookies and cream cotton candy and like cupcake flavored cotton, just, all kind of stuff. So we got our little stuff. And when we were leaving out of the candy shop, Sophie, she's like looking at her phone and she's like noticing Trevor is like cutting. They have camera systems inside of their house. So she's like, this man is turning the cameras on. Like, he's back home, but he's turning the cameras on, and now he's turning them off inside of the house. And so she's just like, I'm not even finna worry about that. And we like, girl, yeah, don't worry about it. So we heading back to, our side of town, or our state rather, because we're in a completely different state, but it's like a 45-minute drive to, home or whatever. So we're headed back, and I'm in the back seat with Sophie and my mom, my sister and her husband. They're in the front seat, and I see Sophie, she's looking at her phone again, and I took a look and I noticed she was looking at the camera system, but I ain't finna get all in her business, so I'm just like, okay. And so, we're just talking, discussing the day, laughing, just having, just enjoying each other's company. And so Sophie, she's looking at her phone, and like I said, I wasn't paying attention to it because I ain't all in your stuff, girl. And she's like, I know he's not doing what I think he's doing. And we're like, girl, what? And so she shows me her phone, and Trevor is taking an extension cord and wrapping it around the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan of the living room with the cameras directly pointing towards the area. And so Sophie, she's like freaking out. She's hysterical, rightfully so. And we just like, oh my God, this is just one thing, it's another thing, it's always something. So we just push it, boom, push it, trying to get to Sophie's house. We were already, headed that way anyway, so perfect timing. So we head back, we pull up to Sophie's house, and we all finna jump out of the car because we're concerned. Even, he does this kind of thing to, in my opinion, manipulate her, to make her feel sorry for him, to come back to whatever. And so, but even still, when somebody's doing something like that, it's concerning. And whether it's like a hoax or if it's truly something they're intended to do, you're concerned. So your knee-jerk reaction to be jump out the car, let's run in, let's go check on him, blah, blah, blah. PV2, my brother-in-law, he is military, he is old-fashioned gentleman. He's like, no, ladies, stay in the car. He was like, I'm gonna go scope the scene, make sure it's safe for y'all, and then, we'll get y'all out the car. And so we're like, okay, that makes sense. Let's stay put. So we just like freaking out. So PV2, he goes to the front door, knock, knock, knock. Mind you, Trevor, he has Sophie's keys, so she can't just walk up and unlock the door because he stole her keys. So we just like, oh my God. So he's like looking around, and he goes to pull like on the door, knock on the windows. And, Trevor's inside the house, mind you, because Sophie's car is there. But he's like inside the house hiding and trying to be like extra quiet. And so Sophie gets out the car and she's like, oh, it's a window in the back and you can kind of see what's going on back there. So PV2, Sophie, we all just got out the car. We walked around in the back. So she's like knocking on the window, and then she like kind of looks up and she's like, Trevor, I know you're in there. We know you're in there. But he's like hiding, mind you, even though she's looking right at him and he looking right at her, he's still trying to hide. And it's like, And so she's like knocking. And she's like, I think we just need to call the police because I'm scared to be alone with him, and this is the kind of erratic things that he's doing. Mind you, Sophie has she has a minor child, a daughter. So she's like, I just don't want me and my daughter here with him, and he's being erratic. Mind you, Trevor's on paper still. He's on probation because he just got out of jail from doing a stint a couple years ago. He still got them papers on him. So she's like, I think I'm just going to call the police. Like, if they're doing this, either they'll take him to, get him some mental health counseling, or just help. If they going to have to take him somewhere, basically. They'll take him inpatient for a few days, just, evaluate him. And that's the best case scenario. So we calling the police. Boom, boom, boom. 911. What's your emergency? Yeah, some crazy going on. So, mind you, it's not the best part of town. So they take their precious, sweet time. And at this point, PV2, he's still working on Trevor. He's like, talking to him, trying to say, like, man, just come to the door. So Trevor opens the door and he's like saying something to PV2 saying something back, but it's like a little, how somebody cracked the door open, but they holding the handle, so it's like I'm cracking it just so I can be clear, but don't come up in here. But PV2, he like talking to him, and PV2 got that shoulder on the door, and he boom open the door. He's like, I'm up in here now. So he's trying to talk Trevor down. He's like, man, what is you doing? Like, you didn't jump in a car. You didn't stole her keys. You was talking to her crazy. Like, just really what's going on? And so Trevor is just like, he's basically trying to tell PV2, like, no, you're not seeing what you just seeing. I know I put the camera up and pointed it directly at the ceiling fan and the extension cord. And I know the extension cord is still hanging, but you got it all wrong. I'm a good guy. I'm the perfect shape of health. Like, I'm a picture of health, dude. And so PV2 was like, okay, bro, but you lying. Like, what's up? And so they talking. And at this point, police is pulling up. So we all outside, and Sophie's explaining to the police, like, yeah, my husband's on papers, and, I'm just concerned. Me, him, and my daughter live here, but while he's acting like this, I don't know if it's something you guys can do. Like, can you talk to him? Can you take him somewhere? Can you evaluate him? Like, what's up? And so while Sophie's outside talking to the popos, PV2's inside talking to Trevor. And at this point, PV2 says Trevor his attention is elsewhere. I think at this point he spotted that the police is outside, like he got to drop the police is outside. So PV2 says that Trevor starts just like going from room to room, grabbing stuff and not really listening to PV2 while he's talking. And PV2 says while he's talking to him, Trevor hold his little finger up and he make a run for it. And so this is like throwing PV2 off. He said he stood there stuck for a minute, like what just happened really? And so he walks out the door, trying like in the same direction that the back door, mind you, because the police is in the front yard, and it's a bushy area, so it's like a lot of trees and stuff around. So PV2 he walks outside. Trevor's nowhere to be found. So he's like, oh my God, really? And so Trevor's nowhere to be found. So PV2 walks back up to us and he's like, yeah, he gone. And we like, boy, no, he gone. And he like, yeah, he gone. And we was like, where did he go that fast? And he was like, he held that church finger up. He darted around the house. He grabbed him a little bit of something, and he is gone. And so we was like, oh my God. So the police, they come into the house, they look into the rooms, they go and they like look around the yard. They didn't do that much really to make an effort, but they, got in their cruiser and they're basically like, drove up and down the street like a few yards. And then they came back and they're like, oh, well, can't find them. So sad, but I'll tell you guys this: if you do find them, give us a call and we'll come back around. How about that? And we're like, okay, y'all ain't no help, bye. And so police left, and as the police is like, they do they do, and then they drive, off or whatever. And Sophie, she gets a phone call. Guess who's calling Sophie? Trevor. Guess what Trevor's saying to Sophie? He like, yeah, Sophie, I'm in the bushes over here. Why you call the police on me? I'm on them papers. And she's like, Trevor, why would you run? I'm trying to get you some help. Like, oh my goodness, I can't keep doing this with you. And he like, man, I don't want to hear all that. Hung up in her face, boop. And so she's like, oh my God. So he's told her he's hiding in the bushes. And so we was like, this is just ridiculous. So we get back in the car and we like, this is just crazy. So he calls her again at this point when we're in the car, and we just kind of sitting there for a second while, Sophie, she's still like trying to get her keys and stuff together, trying to see if he left the keys in the house. So we back in the car. Sophie's trying to get the keys out of the house. She's coming out the house. She's on the phone with Trevor again. And she says while she's talking to him, she hears like traffic in the background. So she's like, okay, let's see if we can see him walking, and then we'll call the police, give him a drop, let him know where he at, and then boom. This is a perfect storm, right? So we get in the car and we see Trevor walking up the street, and we like, oh, this is perfect. So we inch a little bit, and then we park like in a little area that's close to by where he's walking, because mind you, he's not the smallest dude, so his walk is slow. So we like inching, park, and we call the police. We like, oh, he right here. Mind you, while we saying, oh, he right here, this dude, Trevor, put his little thumb up and jumped into somebody's car. So he hitchhiking. And so we was like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. So my sister, she jumps in the front seat and she starts driving. And she's trying to keep up with the car or whatever, so we can let the police know, like, this is where he at. Because Sophie's really trying to get him some help. And so she's like, oh, I know exactly where he going, because he jumps on the interstate. So we telling my sister, like, girl, you cannot get like right on the side of him. Mind you, she's following the car that he's hitchhiking in. We like, you can't get right on the side of him. Like, try to stay like 2 cars back. And I don't know if y'all know how hard it is to try to follow somebody and stay 2 cars behind. That's hard on the interstate, mind you, too. So we 2 cars behind, and then he gets off on an exit, and we like, Sophie, I'm gonna say her name. Sophie knows it, like she was right. He is going here. And so he was going to his mom's house. So he got off on the exit to go to his mom's house. Mind you, the mom is not even 2 minutes off the exit, maybe a minute off the exit. But there's a gas station that's directly off the exit. And we see the hitchhike car pull up at the gas station. And Trevor like pops out of the gas station. Out of Trevor pops out of the car at the gas station, and he like jumps out, starts like mobbing to his mom's house. So we like, okay, that was weird. Come to find out, long story short, he walks to his mom's house and he calls Sophie, and he's like telling her, he's like, man, I done had to hitchhike to get to my mama's house. You calling the police on me? And she was like, I don't know if she told him that we seen him hitchhiking or whatever, but I think she was like, just like, oh, well, it sounds like you walking now. And he like, yeah, I'm walking because when I got into when I was in the car with the man gonna offer to give me a little happy ending with my hitchhike. And Trevor was crazy, but he wasn't that crazy. So he declined the offer politely, I assume. He jumped his little self out the car and he walked on to his mama house. And so Sophie, she's just like, at this point, we all over it. I'm over it. My sister over it. My sister's husband, PB2, he over it. My mama over it. The dog, the cat, the monkey, the squirrel, everybody over it. So, long story short, we found out that he was just being manipulative. He very much so wanted to live because the strange man that was trying to offer him a strange gift, in addition to his strange hitchhike, was declined because Trevor, in fact, liked living. So, yeah, y'all, I don't know if that was funny to y'all, but that made me and my mom and my sister and her husband and Sophie, we had a good laugh about that a couple of days ago. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoyed watching me organize this closet. It's still so much that I'm needing to do to my closet to get it exactly the way I want it. I feel like I just need some extra, maybe storage solutions in my closet. I also would like to organize and make my bathroom more functional. I have a storage inside of my living room and also an outside storage that I would like to make more functional as well. I'm also needing to get some more plants. I just feel like plants make your space more lively. So I plan on doing that soon. It's just I have so much just in my mind that I'm wanting to get done. And I want to film that stuff just to show you guys how I'm settling in and, maybe make it relatable to you guys. Maybe give you some ideas on how you can organize your space as well. Because this is a pretty small apartment. It's a 1-bedroom, 700 square foot apartment. So yeah, if you guys like this type of content, please feel free to comment down below and let me know that you are liking this content. Let me know what other kind of content you guys would like. Please like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe. And thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you so much for taking your time to stay for the duration of this video. Until next time, thank you again and have a beautiful rest of your night. Bye.